Red dad, blue dad, I'm making that paper. Red dad, blue dad, I'm making that paper. Red dad, blue dad, I'm making that. How about you?
Peace, family, peace. This your boy Red Dad, Blue Dad, aka Financial Freedom Fighter, aka Time Clock Smash. I want to bring you a scene from Crypto Real Talk, deeper than cryptos and blockchains. Today, I want to ask you guys, do you think Piccolo Inu will one day make more millionaires than Shiba Inu? Or, better yet, do you think they can live up to Shiba Inu with the holders or the communities? You want to find out? Enjoy the video.
Just like that, and Phil and Thero, like, man, I'm gonna see the 1-800 number, brother. Just let them know that. I'm like, this is crazy. Like,
what do you think about that Piccolo? You was kind of quiet about it. That Piccolo, what's your thoughts?
The Piccolo?
Yeah, what's your thoughts?
I ain't really. I saw your videos here and there, man, but I'm gonna have to do a little more research on it. You know what I'm saying? I think it has a nice use case. It'd be something I'm interested in. But I look at the exchanges, man, and that's kind of
me too.
That'd be my whole hold up on a lot of things. But
yeah, well,
Thero burnt me.
And see, the thing, those you're right about those exchanges, but here's the thing. I'm talking about, I don't get the like Thero HD. I don't do those little Uniswap, Pancake Swap. I just don't do it that often. But okay, not at all. But with this Piccolo piece, I looked at a lot of this is only the second token that would be possibly called a meme token. But I'm starting to see anything. Did you notice I said earlier that in 2022, I'm going to be talking about these community tokens a lot, because here's what I noticed about Piccolo. I don't just be randomly putting stuff up there. You see all the people be asking me in the comments about researching these type of tokens. This is what I saw. The project right now has 13,400 people. No, 14,000 people. I got into it. It had 7,000 people. Now, the interesting about it is it reminds me a lot of Intimate about how forward and open they are and transparent. They got, if you look at, they got their developer talking. How often you get to see the developer? You got the people going on live AMAs. And I remember my brother, he told me about two tokens, UBX in January, and I had bought 400 trillion tokens.
UBX?
UBX.
I ain't had that many. Whew.
And then in February, he bought 400 trillion tokens. I was trying to see what was above trillion. And so I put I want to do something crazy. Now, if I had kept all those tokens, I would be a multiple billionaire, because in 6 weeks, it went up
crazy.
to 0.5%. In fact, when he first told me about it, he said you can get 1 million tokens for $1. And I was like, oh. And then it went up to $12 for 1 million. Then it was 24. And so at that point, I said, let me drop a significant amount of money. So I dropped a significant amount of money, and I have 400 trillion.
And what's the total supply? What was the total supply on it?
I didn't know.
You had the total supply.
Well, I know the circulating is about 45 billion. Because when I first got in, I saw it. I spent $52 and I got like 3 million. And I was like, oh, that's cheap.
That's cheap.
I spent some more money on it, and I had me about 20, 30 million at the time.
Yeah, I think I was one of the top 2 holders of the token when it came out.
Crazy, man. You was the one turning the market.
And then this, let me tell you what I did. I tell you, I've had a couple of things, but I'm about to talk about this Piccolo, but he told me about it in January, and it went up to 5/10 cents in 6 weeks.
Yeah.
He told me about Shiba in February, and it was on these rinky-dink exchange, and it went up to where it was. He told me about it way before this happened. So the reason I'm looking at this Piccolo Inu, I had one of those moments like I did with Shiba. I'm looking through it. The community is not where it should be, like Shiba's. That's one thing it's holding against. The community is not mature yet. Yeah. But what they're doing from a transparency standpoint, if they get this game out in 9 months, like they said, man, this is going to be another Sheba times 10 if they can get the game out. It's a risk assessment, right?
The Piccolo Inu?
Yeah, Piccolo. They're even changing their name like Intimate doing. They're looking at changing their name from Piccolo Inu to Piccolo to make it more serious. Doesn't that sound like what Doge Killer did? They was called Doge Killer, changed it to just Sheba because they didn't want the negativity. They're thinking. And these projects have got to think. Their swap is with Saitama and Luffy and all these things like that. Imagine this. Just give me a second. Imagine I got my trading cards. Y'all remember Garbage Pail Kids?
I'm gonna share that. I'm gonna share that Piccolo Inu stream so you can just tell us how it works.
But you imagine, I'm from the 70s. You remember the Garbage Pail Kids, right? And we traded baseball cards, right? So this is what the ecosystem is now doing, and we got to get our minds wrapped around it. If you liked those things when you was a kid, if no one could have told you different, you traded baseball cards, you traded Garbage Pail Kids. So now it's just digital. So they're trading within these NFTs that are other characters that we like or similar to. There is a market for it. And so their whole ecosystem is based off of trading this game. Imagine your kids, the Gen A's, and you're trading these cards with one another on a swap like you traded baseball cards with your friends. And then they're making a game by a pretty well-known developer, and it's 9 months from now. They could have lied and said, oh, our game is coming out next month to get it a pump. But they said it's 9 months. And so this aspect is going to be big, in my opinion, and it's moving faster, and it's going to be its own ecosystem. So my view is this. If Piccolo can uphold his promises, like every roadmap, that's just a promise until they do it, right, Thurl? It's just a promise until you do it.
Yeah.
But if they keep that promise, it has 14,000 people. Just listen to me, folks. What if it hits 200,000 people? What if in a year, think a year or 2 years, it hits 1 million and you got in, your position is 14,000. Just think about the people.
Yeah.
If it does that,
that alone would make it
13,828 people. Y'all can see that?
Yeah.
13,000 people in less than 6 weeks. Intimate Token has been out since May, and it just hit 110,000 people. This has gotten almost 1/10 of what Intimate has done in less time.
That's something to look at too.
It's definitely something to look at. These little community tokens like this, again, the risk is not about if it has utility. The risk is if they fit their promises, because if it does what it says, you're going to see a lot of wealthy people off this token. If it doesn't do what it says, you're going to see people lose money. So, but what is different than any other project? That's the game.
Yeah, it's not much different.
Yeah, family, you heard it. From the series Crypto Real Talk, Deeper Than Cryptos and Blockchains. Family, do you understand how important being a community holder, being early, being on this project when it only has over 14,000? Imagine 100,000. Imagine millions of holders into this technology, family. You got to have eyes to see and ears to listen. So, do you think Piccolo Inu, a Piccolo, could one day be 10 times as good as Shiba Inu? I don't know. Just leave it in the description below. I like them both. I'm a fan of both. NFTs is going to rule the world. And these projects will definitely be part of NFTs, Shiba Inu and Piccolo Inu. So family, if you want to hear more content like this, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, like, share, and comment. And on top of that, please GOAT, hashtag Underdog Crypto, hashtag Thorough Tokenomics. Until next time, this has been your boy Red Dad, Blue Dad. Peace.
How about you? Stick to the script, get broke, yeah, just like you. The poor get poor every day now, homie, now I won't lose. How they are mindset and people, that's something that I can't choose. It's Red Dad, Blue Dad, I'm making that paper.